Hey guys and gals, it's Christopher Mosier from MyMediaHelper.com, and this time out what we're going to do is we're going to update Drupal manually and then through the cPanel tool. I think I'm going to do this one first because it's going to be the easiest. So this is my main site that I'm doing my tutorials with moving forward. I've got a couple sandbox sites, and I'll show you in just a minute how we do that manually. But this one we're going to set up or we're going to update, I should say, because here's the version 9.5.8. We want to get to 10 point whatever it is. We'll see in just a second. So bring up your host. Mine just happens to be Host Monster. So I'm going to get into the cPanel. So I log in here. Hey, geez. And la-da-da-da-da. Okay, so once she decides to load here, I want to go into advanced. And then you want to get into your cPanel tools. Now, I'm assuming that you're going to have something like this where you have all your apps here where you can install and do updates. So I'm just going to hit that. And then you're going to see where it allows for updates. So here's the main channel. Here's the main site that I'm working with. So I'm just going to simply just hit this. And upgrade. I'd really like to be upgrading Drupal. All right, let's see what this does. Let's see, following error. If you made manual modifications, then somewhere easy to find because you upgraded your Drupal core, you'll need to reapply the changes. I've never done that. So we'll just do that. And we'll let that run. All right, so this is the manual. We'll check back on this one. Let's go to this one. That's the one I already corrected. So here's Drupal, my Drupal FTP sandbox site. As you see, there are errors. So in order to get those, if you go to reports and you go to status reports, this is when you log into your admin. So you'd go your website and then admin. You see these errors, see what these details are. So basically what it wants me to do is upgrade the version. This is out of date right here. So we're going to start with this and then we'll focus on the other errors because us updating might take care of the other errors. And I'm going to have this in the description, this URL for updates. So I just want you to make sure this is very important here. So these are the tools that we are going to delete or the folders we are going to delete. I'm going to be using my FTP. If you have some type of file manager, that's fine. Any way you can get those files out of there and then reinstalled. So let's get, as it says right here, it says select all files in the top level. So all these are going. So we'll just kill these to start with. Make sure I'm in the right one. No, I'm in my old one. Make sure I get to the right one because I already updated that one. Okay. I'm going to grab all these files and I'm going to delete them. Make sure you back everything up. Make sure you back up your database. Make sure you back up your files. If you're not sure how to do that, just seek out my other videos or give me a heads up in the description. I can make a separate video for you. But basically, you're just dragging them to like your hard drive on your computer, just having some place safe in case you need them again. All right, so those are core first level files that we deleted. So we want to get rid of core and vendor directories. So core and vendor directories are going. All right, it makes just right here. It says, be sure not to delete modules, profiles, sites, and themes. Modules, profiles, sites, and themes. Leave those right where they are. All right, so I'm going to hit delete. So this is going to start deleting these files. It's going to take a while. There's a lot of files to be deleted. It's going to start process 52. Okay, it's gone. So that's going to take a while to do that. In the meantime, what you want to do is you want to download the newest version of Drupal. So if you just go for this particular case, I'm going to do Drupal 10. So you just go to Drupal 10 and then just down Drupal 10. You're going to get a zip folder, and I don't think I have a folder. Here, let me get into a folder real quick. So you're going to get a zip folder like this. See, I already downloaded it here. You just open up that. Normally what I do is just copy and I put it on my desktop or put it wherever you want. I think that, yeah, right here it is right here. So that's the Drupal 10.1.2 files that I'll use for every update moving forward in this tutorial. So we're going to let these delete. That's, like I said, that might take a while. And then we'll get back to that. Let us go back to our original. I can find it. Okay, so here's the original one we started in the start of this video. So let's see what it says here. One more step away from completing the upgrade process, please visit below link. Okay, we'll do that in just a second. I just want to see what this says. After completing the upgrade process, you can access Drupal 9 installation here. So I don't want Drupal 9. Is this updating a Drupal? Yeah, I'll see in just a second. I'd want to go to 10, but let's go here. All right, so this is going to be an error that we receive. Now, I'm going to show you how to correct this. So what you need to do is use this PHP code, and this is going to go in your settings folder. This is going to go someplace along here, maybe put in a space there, or maybe put it up here before this. And basically that's just going to allow free access to do that update. You don't have to do this all the time. Like the 2 FTP sites that I'm doing, that I'm showing in this example, I don't have to do it. But in this particular case, I do. And if you come up against that, you might not necessarily. This is the code that you're going to use, okay? And I'll make sure to put that in the description. So we'll continue with our tutorial. All right, I'm going to bring my FTP back up here. And as you can see, the top layer of files are gone. And those two, the vendor files and the core files. I just want to make sure that's right. Yeah, vendor, because we still got themes. Sites are still there. Profiles still there. Core, okay. So we want to get those files back from the new download that we did. So wherever you unzip that, which I showed you, I unzipped it here. So I'm going to get the main files in first, or the upper echelon files, or whatever you want to call them here. I'm just going to throw these in here real quick. Get those loaded in there. And then from there, I'm going to do my core and just drag that over there. I'm going to do my vendor. And it might take a bit through FTP. So I'll let that do its thing. Look at how many files there. I'll let that do its thing, and then we'll get in to the update. I'll show you what PHP code to put in there in order to update it correctly and get all those error messages out of there. So you can see at this point we have, and you can see the dates on there. The 14th was yesterday, so this completed yesterday. So we're going to update this. So let's get in here. So as you can see, this is what it looks like if I go to the website itself. And it's going to give me this website encountered unexpected error. So what we want to do is after this, once you do the update, once you get the new files going on there, you want to do update.php. And that will bring you to this page. And you just read through this, back up your site, always back up your site. I mean, you all folks know that by now. You should always back up, always back up stuff. So continue. And the version Drupal you're uploading from being automatically detected. So apply updates. Okay, and we are updating. As you can see. Get yourself some coffee while you're waiting. It's a brand new day. It's raining out there. It's a good day to do Drupal tutorials. It's been kind of a lackluster summer. Let's see what we got. Updates were attempted. If you see no failures below, so block content module, advisor, revision routes to content. All right, so I'm just going to right-click on here and open the admin page. Right-click on here, open the front page, see what we got here. So here's the admin page, all nice. And here we're back to our Drupal FTP page after our update files. Now we want to go into reports and status reports. All right, so we are going to see, so look at the Drupal version. All right, so that's the version that we want. We went from 9.8, I think, to 10. So that's perfect. So now we want to deal with these errors, and now there's only these couple errors. Okay, trusted hosted pattern setting is not configured in settings PHP. This can lead to vulnerabilities. It is highly recommended you configure protecting HTML. So you can oops, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to. So you can open this, but what we're going to do is we're going to grab that settings PHP and put the proper PHP coding in it. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Readable read. And you can open this if you want. We'll take care of both these errors. So what's going to happen is, as you can see here, I took care of the Drupal file site that I have, and we're going to do the same thing for our Drupal FTP site, if I can freaking find it, that we have. Okay, so all right, so this is how we're going to get to the settings file. Let me see if I can remember. I think you want to go into, and don't quote me on any of this yet. I'll tell you in just a second. Okay, this is where we want to go. All right, we want to go to sites. We want to go to defaults. And I'm going to grab that settings folder. Get this out of here. That's my resume if anyone wants to hire me. All right. I'm going to put this, actually, I just want to put it away from everything else. I'm just going to make a folder called junk. I'm going to get rid of it in a minute anyway. It doesn't matter. All right, just so it's away from that other setting. So I'm just going to grab this settings. So I have it on my desktop. It's in that junk folder. And I'm going to rename this. Put a dash under it. Let's see, it might not let me rename it. Rename failure. Okay, this is why it was a rename failure. So let's go up here quick. File. Right. I'm just changing the permissions here. It's just a right click. Sorry if I went too fast. It's just a right click, file permissions, and just fill in all these. So you have permissions to change things in the next folder. So now I'm going to rename it. I'm just going to put 1 in front of it. Okay, there it is right there. So if I need the original, there it is. All right. And then I'm going to go into this junk folder, and I'm going to open this. So you're really just going to do what this says. Let's see if we can find the code here. So for this particular one, trusted host settings. So just go down. So just want to make sure. We'll grab this example below. The site is not allowed to run trusted patterns. I'm going to grab that. Blah, 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 blah. I'm just reading through this real quick. Advanced instructions. I don't need all the crap. So I'm going to put this here. And just for a comparison, I'll just go back and look at, I'm actually going to grab this. This is from the other site, how I did it. Trusted pattern. So you just want to put in your website. So in this case, My Media Helper. All right. I'm just making sure it matches up. So if you go back here, and where's that piece that I grabbed? All right, matches up. So you're really just grabbing this and putting it at the end of your settings. Settings PHP. Yeah, settings. Look, I forget things. I'm old. Okay, so you're just putting it at the end of your settings PHP, and then we'll save it and upload it and see what we got. So we're going to save as. I'm going to make sure I'm saving it in the proper place, which is that folder that I created. You don't have to do it this way. I just do it just because it's just how my mind works. That's all. All right, so grab in here, and then I'm just going to drag this over. Okay, the same deal with this. So you want to grab. You want to grab this. So I'm going to copy init commands. Let me just make sure that's correct. And I could just copy this. Let's auto load. So you can just init commands and isolation level. So let me just make sure that matches up with what we have here. Init commands, isolation level. Okay. So I just want to show you that it matches what's on the Drupal website. And I'm just going to go here, click that there. All right, I'm going to save as, replace. I'm going to drag that over. Take that. And there we go. We have our Drupal FTP. We have no errors. And this is this is what I put in as far as this is concerned. This is that read error that we were getting. That was the yellow error, I believe, and then the red error just to add my series of websites, which is My Media Helper is my top tier site, and then everything else is underneath that. So it's just basically following the instructions here. So I just grabbed that clip and put it in my settings PHP, and then where was this one? Where did I grab this one from? Up here. It must have been up here. Yeah, right here. And then I just grabbed that and then replaced My Media Helper with that. One other thing that I saw that I was getting a problem with, and let's see if I can find it. So I was trying to transfer and update the settings. I was getting critical file transfer error, so it wasn't actually wasn't actually transferring over the new file. So be conscious of that if you're using FileZilla and FTP. And all I did is rename the settings to number 2, made sure there was no settings there, and then drag the new folder over, and then it worked perfect. So keep that in mind as well. And one other thing that I noticed, what we did in the beginning, remember when we updated the through this file system through what is this, Softalacious? Now I understand why it's not updating to 10, because it's only going to update to the version it has. So as you can see, it might have been like 9.5 point, I don't know, 5, just for example, and then it went up to 10, 0.10, not 10. 9.5.10. So it's not going to go beyond that. So I'm going to have to go and manually do what I just did for this website, because that's the website I'm going to use as the example to build out as we continue these tutorials. As you can see, because these are 10, I can update these to a new version of 10. I just can't update these from 9 to 10. So I'll have to go in and do that manually, which is no problem. I'm just going to follow the tutorial I just did. I'm going to post this tutorial and watch it and follow it to know how to do it. And so the next video is going to actually be going through the admin. Yeah, let's go to admin. I don't want to be in reports. Okay. So the next time we're going to go through all this stuff. We can add themes, we can add modules, plugins, modules. They're called different things to different people. Looks like users will start building out the site. And that's the exciting part. I'm glad all these errors and updates are behind us. I just have to do the MCS site, the Making Comics Studios, update that. And by the next time we make the video, that will be all set. And we will continue from that. All right, gals and guys, I hope this wasn't too confusing. If you do have any questions, certainly put them down in the comments, and I'll be happy to respond. I'll be happy to make any type of videos to elaborate on any of this information. Always happy to answer questions. Always shoot me questions. If you don't want to throw them in the description, contact@mymediahelper.com. Certainly subscribe to the channel, because I'm getting there. I'm building up to that magical 1,000 subscriber mark. I already have the watch hours, have plenty of watch hours. It's the subscribers I need to build up to in order to monetize, which is my big effort at this point. Please like this video if you liked it. Please share it and hit the bell for updates. And I appreciate you as always, gals and guys, and I will catch you very, very soon. See you.